Hey, I'm Alistair. Well, the weather's not particularly good here in England at the moment, and I think for any hot glass artist that means we're all missing the hot shop right now. So for those of you who haven't been to the studio, or in fact those of you who have been to the studio and wanted a little bit of an update, thought I'd do a little bit of a video. So in terms of where I'm based, Stourbridge was the glass making heart of the country. I mean, on the one side of me here we've got the Red House Cone, which was built in the 18th century. On the other side we've got the White House Cone Museum of Glass. That building is destined to become a museum to house Dudley Council's collection. Currently, sadly, because of the lockdown, developments there are on hold. A lot of volunteers that we've got working in the museum, and a lot of the trustees, in fact, have had to go on lockdown, so that's currently on hold. So I'm just walking around the back of the building now to access the tradesman's entrance, which is where you'll find the studio. The weather's absolutely horrible today, as you can see. Let me just get inside and turn the camera around so you can see. Really not pleasant. Anyway, and this is what we call home. So if I walk through, in fact, no, let's go back. So there's a general dumping ground of work here, whereby this is all waiting to be cold processed for one reason or another. We've got work going out for artists that we've done collaborations with, and then there's some of my own pieces waiting to be ground and polished. So we've got a nice little cold working area at this side of the room, and then a wall which hides a bit of a dumping ground. So normally guys don't get to see behind the scenes, but we've got a variety of things here that we're currently working on. Fortunately enough to work with a couple of artists who assist me. Darren Weed of DW Glass is one of them, and so we've got a few pieces stored here where he's encapsulating illustrations within the glass, getting some really beautiful effects. So Darren keeps some of his work there. Then so we've got some cutting lathes and some polishing lathes and a hydrovane for a sandblaster in the background there. And there's a few pieces dotted around by another artist called Madeline Hughes, who some of you guys might know on Instagram as Mad Pixie. So she likes to camp out here at the end of the day, doing a few hours worth of cutting on the lathe. There's a piece of mine just waiting to be finished. It's a commission for a couple of guys who are wanting a specific piece, so I'm going to be working on that later. One of Maddie's finished pieces here, just tucked around the back as well. See, she's enjoying playing with a potato effect at the moment. Get some really nice effects with it too. This way. I've got a little office space tucked in the back, but that's boring, nobody really wants to see that. And that's hidden by, I should say, our display area, which is a continually sort of changing display of goods depending on what I've been producing at the time and what galleries have requested to go out on sale. This is currently what we've got. And I should point out that we've also, my wife recycles a lot of the waste in the studio to produce some one-offs as well, so we try and minimise the amount of waste. So we've also developed a way of recycling a lot of our waste to make these hearts, so those will be going out soon. This piece of work's still in the studio at the moment. It was made and commissioned by a film company. I think you can possibly guess the nature of the film. The slipper itself was the piece that was commissioned, but having mastered the art of making a glass shoe, I figured that what it should sit on was a glass cushion in order to make it a larger piece of artwork. So I'm going to be a little bit sad to see that one go. So I'm kind of glad that we're still able to appreciate it for a little bit longer. Hot shop right now. The hobby fuser kiln from Kilncare isn't usually sitting right here at this present moment, but we've wheeled it out away from the wall because we're doing a number of firings on a piece for a lighting company. So we've got quite a lot of slumping to do for those guys at the moment. It's nice because it's a job we can do whilst the furnace is off as well. So top of my list of jobs, sadly, I guess with a lot of other hot glass artists as well. We're going to be doing a little bit of tinkering on the furnace to make sure that's all right for when we fire up again. So there's a few odds and ends to do on that. I've got a nice sized glory hole in the background, and Leah. I am missing being in this space at the present moment. Yeah. Also in the hot shop right now, it's obviously wouldn't normally be there in the middle of the room, but we've got a table in the background. Let me just see if I can angle that up so you can just see them there. We've got a couple of bubble wrap vases which I mirrored last week, and I'm just in the process of lacquering the inside to make sure the mirroring is finished beautifully before we send them out. What I do is show everybody a little bit of footage that was taken in the last month here in the hot glass studio.
We're going to be going in rewind to the point where I can find the glass making footage in my phone, so I figured it may as well all be in reverse. So ladling out the furnace is a job we do numerous times at various points throughout the year. It's usually a job that I just crack on and do without much thought into it, but with everything going on in the world, this time it felt a little bit strange. So whilst I was ladling the furnace out, you know, at the same time my children were being told to leave school and go home and start the lockdown period, and for them it was a little bit of a, well, for everybody, a very scary moment in time. And really for them it was quite sad because they didn't know how long it was going to be before they were going to see their friends again, as we all feel. So on this occasion we decided to turn the ladling of the furnace out into a little bit more of a fun exercise, bringing them all in, and then we decided we would ladle the glass onto a marver and see what we could do with the heat of it. So generally that meant burning stuff. Hannah Gibson, you may want to cover your eyes at this moment. And of course that meant I had to have a bacon sandwich. Slightly charred. Now my daughter Scarlett will be starting her own TikTok account called The Glassblower's Daughter, so you'll soon be able to see and find posts from her about all manner of things that she'll be doing in depth in the studio as well, so keep your eyes peeled for that. I think we've rewound back in time enough now for me to play the glass making footage, so here we go.
Hopefully you enjoyed that little bit of footage, and hopefully it's not going to be too long before we're posting some more for you guys to see. So that would have produced a piece similar to this. If I just move in closer so you can see the bubble wrap piece. And I guess I can say now that I've been honoured enough that the Imagine Museum have purchased one of those for their collection. So that was a brilliant piece of news for me as well. So that's there's 2 museums globally that have now got pieces like this in their collection. So couldn't be prouder of that fact. As I say, hopefully we'll be posting new footage soon. But in the meantime, hope you all stay safe, stay well, and hopefully we'll see you soon. Cheers.